Welcome back. This is John Locke, and today I want to talk about the anatomy of a perfect blog post. What are components of a good article that's going to rank well, that's going to do well in the rankings? Number one, you're going to want to do keyword research to make sure that you're targeting a phrase that people are searching. Now, you can plug any type of keyword into any number of tools. I use a couple different tools to get different numbers, because a lot of these SEO tools, all of them really, deliver estimates, and none of them are 100% accurate. So I use KW Finder, and I also use Ahrefs as kind of a guide to give me an idea of how many people are searching for a particular thing. Now, if you happen to end up ranking near the top for a long tail keyword phrase, even if these SEO tools or keyword planning tools tell you that not a lot of people are searching for it, sometimes it ends up that more people are searching for something than you realize. Okay, so you can rank for different keywords in that set that are not that exact keyword that you're typing in, but there might be other related keywords that people are typing in, and you will probably rank for those if you put together a good article. All right, and the second thing is you're going to want to make sure that you have a good headline. The title tag is what appears in the Google search results. The H1 is the actual headline of the page in most cases. But that title of the page, usually if you're asking a question or making a bold statement about something and you have your keywords in there, then that's going to grab people's attention, and it's going to be something that people click on, and it's going to be something that people are searching for. So now we're getting to some of the more important parts of putting together a great blog post, a great article that's going to rank very high. Now, one thing that I like to do is kind of get a range of how long this blog article or this resource page needs to be. And one thing that I do is I look at the top 10 or maybe top 12 results that come back, and I will copy. I will just Control A, Control C, so select all, copy all, and paste it, Control V, into a word count tool. Online, there's plenty of them. If you just search word count, you'll find lots of free online tools. But what I'll do is I'll write down the range of how many words each of these are. Let's say like the bottom two are 600 words, but most of them fall within a range of 1,600 to 2,400 words. I'm using this as an example because I just did this the other day. But if that's the range, then I know that my article needs to be somewhere between 1,600 and 2,400 words, at least. Now, a lot of people talk about building out a longer and longer and longer article. You need to at least be in this range. Going beyond that, maybe it'll help, maybe it won't, but you got to hit some of the bullet points of what people are looking for. So let's talk about that, the bullet points of what people are looking for, what you need to discuss. Now, it's a good idea to kind of take a look at other articles that are ranking, because that is giving you a guide of what people are looking for and what Google's machine learning and their user signals are telling them that people are looking for, because those articles that keep rising to the top that have the same subheadlines, the same bullet points, the same things that are being discussed in there, those are things that you probably need to include in your article, at least to touch on them. Now, if you want to add different things on top of that, great. You're going to need to say it in your own voice. I don't recommend that you just copy and paste somebody else's article. That's not the path to success, but you got to hit some of the same beats, and you got to touch on some of the same bullet points that they're hitting on, because that's those are the answers that people are actually looking for. And if you don't deliver on those, then over time your article is going to sink in the rankings, because it's not what people are looking for. Now, I want to add this in as well, because sometimes the meaning of what people are searching for, the meaning of a keyword phrase over time can change. If you notice like an existing article on your site that is dipping in the rankings, or you're losing traffic over time, that might be what's going on. It's either the meaning of the keyword phrase has changed and people are searching for something different, or they're expecting to see something different, they're trying to find a different solution, or you need to make improvements to your existing article. Now that you've got all that, another thing that you need to look at when we're talking about the anatomy of the perfect blog article or resource page, look at the other things that are in the page. I would recommend that you have one image at least at the top. Usually there's like a big hero, what we call like a hero area, where it's like full width, or it's, you know, the broad width of the page, and a big image at the top of the page. People have just come to expect that when they're landing on a resource or an article, and most of them have that. I want you to look at other things that are supplemental content within other articles that you see ranking. Is there some sort of graph or table of information, or maybe a video, or some other diagram or image that adds more meaning and provides more context to the answers that people are seeking when they're Googling this certain phrase? Now, it sounds a lot like I'm telling you to just go and copy what other people do. Now, don't get it twisted. Google does want to see original research, and if you have original research or information, then yes, it's going to reward that. If there's a site that has a lot of credibility within your industry, and they've done a report, and they've gone and researched something, and they have a report, you can definitely reference that and link to that and mention it and use a statistic from those sorts of reports. As long as it's helpful to the user and it helps them find the solution to either their question or the task that they're trying to accomplish, then that's what you need to have. All right, so lastly, should you put a call to action in there? You can put a call to action at the end of it, but generally speaking, you don't want to like bombard people with calls to action like every paragraph or every section. It just gets a little annoying. You know, if you have one in there every so often, that's fine. Don't make it over the top. Another thing that I would recommend is don't have annoying types of things that people start scrolling for like 2 seconds and there's a pop-up to sign up for your email list, or if they get pop-ups to enable push notifications or things like that. It's just annoying. Just present the information as easy to digest as possible, and yeah, make sure the typography, the font choices on your site are easy to read, they're easy to navigate. People can look at it from a distance and they can read it easily. A lot of people are on their phones. Whatever it is, make it as easy to digest as possible. These things are all components of the perfect blog post. It doesn't need to be 10 times as long as what's ranking there, but you do need to answer people's questions. If you have original research, that generally does really well. If you have a comprehensive guide that's, you know, a long article, what I recommend is putting a table of contents at the beginning of your article to where people can click and it will just take them to the section where they can find their answer. All right, my name is John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO. I'm here about 3 days a week making videos on SEO. Our community is growing, our channel is growing. I think that's excellent. And I want to say thanks to everybody who has subscribed over the last couple months. And if you subscribe and give a thumb up, you have my gratitude. Thank you so much. That's all I have for now. Until next time, peace.